obviously, yes, we're all very excited about the major regions and what they'll do, but how can we go to play-ins without talking about the LJL's representative, DFM? Now, I am obviously an advocate, and every year I say that they're going to make it out, but this is actually the year, okay? The reason is they've been building this super team over time, and we got to see a bit of an introduction of it at MSI, where they actually had to use Kazu, their coach, in a sub-position for support, but now they have a gang. Now they have the whole roster put together, and I think that it's going to be really exciting to see what this roster can actually do. Arya will have a little bit more experience after he did play at MSI. I think this roster is coming together well, and I think that they look like a powerhouse that could look to create some upsets and chaos in the playoffs.
Oh, I don't know if it's because you're always so adamant about them, or because they've just been playing phenomenally in the last couple of tournaments we've seen DFM, and I'm super excited for them. The first team to grow into Group B is Beyond Gaming.
In less than 12 months of their organization's creation, Beyond Gaming has achieved what every team strives for in making the World Championship. A lot of credit goes to Doggo, who fans should remember for his breakout performance at MSI with PSG Talon. After that, he returned to the PCS and turned into this lane-dominant force for Beyond Gaming. And with PCS's success earlier in the year at MSI, we're excited to see if Beyond Gaming can join PSG Talon and get two teams in the group stage at Worlds and capture some of that old PCS magic.
Cloud9 into Group B.
No surprises, Steve. This is the fourth team drawn. Cloud9 made headlines this year, signing Perks as their mid laner, maybe the greatest Western League of Legends player of all time. But this team has been up and down. Obviously, Spring Split champions. MSI, they had some good results, they had some bad results. Perks has had some good games and some bad games. Fudge in the top lane, Vulcan at support, they have been consistent and outstanding. I didn't see how the mid and jungle plays from Cloud9 to see if they are going to make a deep run at Worlds.
The Unicorns of Love.
The Unicorns of Love will once again represent the CIS at Worlds. Since 2019, the Unicorns have represented the LCL at 3 international events, making this their 4th. UL have become a mainstay, and teams always showcase respect towards the organization as a team that you can't underestimate. However, at MSI, the team struggled, failing to get out of groups. With a new addition to the bot lane in Argonaut, the team is looking to make up for past failures and find success once more. The mainstay Nomans will be a player worth watching, as he's often difficult to ignore when on the international stage.
Galatasaray in Group B.
This year's TCL representative is Galatasaray Esports. Galatasaray is one of the most successful organizations in Turkish football history, but this is the first time we've seen them on the international stage. The roster consists of some familiar faces and new faces to this international stage. Bololu returns to Worlds after their defeat to the Unicorns last year and will be looking for revenge and another shot at the group stage. Turkey has not made it out of play-in since 2017. Can this roster be the game changer to bring them back to former glories?
Detonation Focus Me slotting into Group B. It's upside down.
Detonation Focus Me is back. While they were unable to make it out of groups MSI, they were still able to perform above expectations from the international community, grabbing a huge win over C9, with a substitute support nonetheless. Now with their full lineup, the LJL representatives created the strongest roster the region has available in terms of individual talent. And they won't be satisfied unless they are able to turn their wealth of experience and domestic skill into a group stage appearance.
Freak, let me go to you first in terms of the play-ins and the draw.
Sure. So I think this is actually, I would say, from an LCS perspective, I think the best possible draw. So what it comes down to is the fact that I think not only can Cloud9 win their entire group, but even if they only get second, they will have a really good shot against the third or fourth from the opposite side. I think Group B is basically stacked in terms of the third, fourth place area. Like all the teams, I think, that are threatening in the best of 5. I think they're all on this side of this. So, Cloud9 Beyond, I think is going to be a fun fight overall. And then even if Cloud9 does drop down, I think it's going to be, a good shot otherwise. So I think it's going to be kind of interesting because it means that I do have some level of threat towards whoever gets second in Group A. I think the competition, if you get second, you have to kind of play the cross group BO5. That is a little bit threatening for what I assume to be Hanwha Life getting second in that group.
Yeah.
Okay. I understand now. Because if I understand correctly, C9, assuming LNG and Hanwha Live finish top 2, you as Cloud9 would end up playing Infinity, Peace, or Red Cannons, right? That's what,
which we're going to win the best of 5
right. I understand where your confidence comes from now. That makes more sense.
Well, only, if you're number 1, you go through, right? So.
Yes, if you're number 1.
Yeah, of course, right? If you top the group, it's great.
Yes. Because I was going to say, when I look at Group B, typically, the teams that you always fear are the CIS and Turkey, right? These are the 2 teams that traditionally in play-ins actually have a very strong showing, and the fact that they're both on the same side of the group, I think makes Group B that much scarier, and the fact that DFM now kind of have this completed super team that they've been building over the years. I think that Group B, in terms of like upset potential, is very high. But when it comes to the best of 5s, one of those teams is going to have to play against LNG or Hanwha Life unless they can stick into the
Probably. Let's say probably, right? We don't know. Of course, we don't have representatives from the other region. I know you're half an LJL representative as well. But of course, we can never count anyone out. That is the nature, as Jordan also talked about, of best of 1s. Anything can really happen. We have seen, since we've had this system, it's been hard for the teams to make like the final hurdle when they do get into the best of 5s, when we talk about not the top dogs in the group. Do you see possibility for the upset here?
Oh, I definitely do. I think that what's... in particular, when I keep looking at Group B, I think that the fact that UOL have surprised before, the fact that Turkey always seems to send strong representatives regardless of the year, the fact that DFM have built this roster, and Beyond and PSG Talon, they were 5-5 during playoffs, okay? So if you rate PSG at all, you should rate Beyond as well. Because watching their games, I feel like that they can go toe-to-toe with the PCS first seed, and I think that they're a team worth respecting. So I think Group B, I don't think it's going to be an easy ride for anyone, and because it's only single round robin, it's going to be scary. I think Group B is a very scary one when it comes to those best of 1.